Not me being late. Ugh, I hate it here. It's fine. It happens. Maybe I put them intentionally there for a reason.
Maybe.
It's fine. It's whatever. Welcome to the Cup, the Currently Unnamed Podcast, where we put the real and the tea in reality, and you can always come to us first to quench your thirst. I'm Logan Murphy. Say something gay. Gay, and I am drinking coffee. I'm not doing a very gay thing today. I'm drinking hot coffee. Because I just don't make good iced coffee myself. It's not a thing I've ever been able to master. I'm not good at it. I like hot coffee. Yeah. And I'm using the last of the homemade pumpkin spice creamer that I made. So I have to make some more.
Well, I'm David Healy, and I don't have a cute intro, but I do have a cute shirt. I'm wearing one of my favorite drag queens today. It is the one and only Miss Kimchi. Yes, Kimchi's great.
Donut come for her.
Do not come for her, indeed. And I am drinking water.
And hello. What's up, Lindas? I am the girl Lana, your resident diva, here to give the tea, spill the tea, and drink the tea because you know I love me some tea. And if you have some tea, those do hit me up. And today I am actually drinking tea.
Yay!
Out of what?
I am drinking tea because I am not feeling very well, as you can hear in my voice. But I'm drinking tea out of my cup mug. Cup mug. And you see, all of us cool kids have one, so you can get you one too at lanagscreations.etsy.com. And we do ship internationally and domestically, so there are no excuses. I'm looking at you, Brazil. I'm looking right at you. Get your cup mug and your cup merch and all that other things and all the other stuff. And guess what, y'all? I want to show off my new thing. I got me a new fan today.
Ooh.
It's by Ivana Drink Fan from Drag Race Down Under. See, there it is. There she is. Ivana Drink. Love that. Thirsty. Yes, I am Miss Ivana Drink. I am always thirsty for you. Period. And so, yeah, I'm happy to have my new fan.
Love it. Well, we are officially over halfway done with Drag Race Brazil.
Woo!
How do we feel?
Woo! Woo! It's been
an interesting season so far. Yeah, it's had ups and downs, underdogs and overdogs, I would say too, front runners. But yeah, I've enjoyed it overall.
It's been a journey. It had, like you said, some peaks and valleys, but overall, I still am enjoying it. I'm still invested. I still get excited when I know it's coming out, so I get ready to watch it. So I'm excited.
Definitely agree with all of that. And we're on episode 7. We walk back into the workroom. Ruby is gone. Ruby's gone.
And folks are...
Don't you dare start crying now.
Oh, we have Hellena here. Helena's joining us.
I'm sorry. I don't want to negate your victory, and I want to congratulate you. But I'm so sad. I miss my friend. I'm so
okay.
But you're great.
Okay. Okay.
It's like I'm looking at Naza and Hellena right here. Naza even has the beard.
David! That was good.
That was so good.
Oh, that was so good.
Oh,
Not that.
Love
Oh,
it.
not that. Yeah, Hellena has some
Oh.
feelings.
She was a lot in her feelings. I was like, wow. I hope my friends never cry for me if I ever leave somewhere like that. Like, if you don't have friends cry for you like Hellena did for Ruby, they ain't really your friends. I'm just
Lana,
saying.
when we're on Big Brother duos and you get evicted, I will be crying just like that.
I want that. I want you to be in a room under the blanket, like
Oh no, baby, I'll do it publicly.
in the living room.
I'll just break down in the little walkway between the kitchen and the living room, just like
lean against the door, like
I'm the one that closes the door, and then as they're walking out, I'm just like just on the memory wall.
Static look, and you close the door, and then you start crying, and you like put your back against the door and scooch that, like and slide down.
I run over to the stairs up to the HOH room, and I just dramatically fall. I'm just like,
I mean, but that's very assumptuous of you to say that I'm going to get evicted.
Well,
I thought the same
we all know
thing.
who would make it further in Big Brother. It's probably you.
Obviously, yes, me.
When you beat me for $750,000, and I'm just like,
I'm like, calm down. I'm sending some money to the podcast. Relax.
Per, you better.
Relax. I'll cover a year's worth of the podcast. Don't worry about it.
Great, perfect, love it, wonderful.
But I didn't know Hellena and Ruby were that close. Did they?
I would have loved.
build that
This was
up?
the first indication that Hellena and Ruby were this close. Are they from? They're from the same city, right?
I have no idea, but I didn't know they were that close either. I was
No, this for me at least, like based on the edit, and I was gonna see if y'all agreed. For me, this came out of kind of nowhere. Out of like, of course, Helena's like emotions are valid in this scenario, and I absolutely get it. But the edit did nothing to inform us of that whatsoever. I don't even think they're from the same federal district.
I mean,
who would cry for somebody from a different district?
Well,
I mean, I don't
know how close. I don't know how close they are. Truly, we don't know. Don't come for us. We don't know.
I mean, I think the edit should have at least showed us that, that we don't even see them talking a lot in the workroom. We don't see them like a lot of anything. But I guess the edit really can't show everybody
a whole lot of
relationship building of anything.
I know that Shannon and Organzza are close.
I mean, but
because they have shared experiences.
I mean, but let's be honest. Did we know that Naza and Aquarella were that close when Aquarella left and was like, I only want, I'm rooting for Naza? Like, no. I was like, that just came out of left.
Did we know that Naza and Dallas were so close because Naza got a closing confessional? Like,
well, it makes sense. I actually did start to pick up on that, but I think it's because they both have been kind of the ones that everybody else is like, oh, you all don't deserve to be here anymore. So I think that's kind of bonded them a little bit.
I mean, I can see Dallas and Naza, but I'm like, I didn't see Ruby and Hellena. I didn't see Naza and Aquarella. I didn't.
Aquarella.
Another
Miranda,
excuse to say Aquarella.
Yes.
Miranda and Betina.
We knew they were close.
We knew that.
But like, I did not see Ruby and Hellena for that kind of reaction. I didn't see it, but just because we didn't see it, don't mean it didn't happen.
Yeah, and I mean, like I said earlier, I think Helena's emotions in this scenario are valid. Mm-hmm. However, I didn't love the way everything came off as they were in the workroom. And specifically for me, it was kind of an issue when Hellena looked at Naza and I was like, I'm just finding it really hard to be polite right now. That, I was like, I don't love that. And I don't know whether it's an English translation thing. It very well might be, and it might be like a softer word for that, and that's just how it was translated or what. But it's just like, I get that your friend was just eliminated.
I mean, I feel very torn because I understand what you mean when you say that. But I feel like when you're in an emotional state and your friend has just got sent home by someone else who was there, you're happy for that person. But in the moment, you're like, my loyalties and my heart is hurting for my friend. It's really hard for me to be like, girl, you did so good sending my friend home. So it's like, I'm really having a hard time looking at you and being extra like congratulatory and extra polite, but give me a minute. It's like, it's just one of those things where you're in your feelings. And I think it was just, she was in her feelings for a moment. So I'm not going to be up, I'm not like, girl, you can't. She has the right to be in her feelings.
Absolutely.
We can't police anybody's feelings and how they feel about it. And in that moment, she was like, right now, I'm having a hard time being nice or polite because my friend is gone and you are the person that sent them home. So let me process everything, and then I'll come back and everybody can't bounce back.
But she didn't say that second part. That's all personally. I would have been like, if I'm Hellena in that situation, I would have been like, I'm in my feelings. Give me a second. I want to congratulate you because you did do a good job, but right now I need to process this and I will get back to you.
I think it could be a cultural thing as well, because I don't think we don't always talk to each other like everybody expects people to talk to each other. Because I know it's been moments where I've said something to my sisters or my people, and it's like, somebody on the outside looked like, oh, that came out harsh, but they understood exactly where I was coming from. It was like, my intentions weren't harsh. They didn't take it as harsh. It was like, girl, not now. I can't deal with you right now. Now, somebody outside who don't know, they be like, why you got to be so mean about it? It's not being mean. It's just me and my feelings, and I don't feel like dealing with it right now. Give me a minute. Mm-hmm. So
definitely. I think I'm with you on that.
So it could be. Now, I don't know, because I ain't there, and I ain't them. I ain't in they thoughts or whatever. But who knows? And I can see where you're coming from as well.
Oh. David, what do you think about this whole scenario?
Yeah, I mean, I'm more with Logan on this. There's just a few girls that I can tell the other girls, at least in this specific environment, they kind of have like a slight disdain for. And it's almost palpable, more than a lot of Drag Race seasons that I've seen. And it's been interesting to watch. And I think that most of them are close now. Like, I know I've seen Naza and Hellena on Instagram Live together before the season started. So they're probably cool. They're probably cool. I think in this moment, they weren't super cool.
Yeah.
And things change. Relationship changes. I'm not always cool with everybody here, but we're cool.
I hate David, but you would never tell.
I thought we were cool now.
No, I'm kidding. Of course we are.
I mean, and that is very true. Sometimes, even in this podcast, we have moments where I don't want to talk to either one of them, but it's like,
oh yeah,
trust me, it's been moments where I'm like, I don't want to talk to either one of them, but we suck it up because this is what we do, and I think they suck it up because that's what they do, and the passion that they have behind their drag is like, and they know this is a competition.
Yeah,
and when we get into these, we all going for the same prize. It's like, we.
Because at the end of the day, the three of us are what? Co-workers.
Sickening.
No family. Wait, what did you say, David?
Sickening.
That's also fact.
That is true. That is true. And you said co-workers.
I said co-workers. No, just kidding. Family.
Associates. I mean family.
Period. Contemporaries. I mean family.
People I know. Family.
People I spend a lot of time with. Sure. No, this is all a joke. Everyone, David, I see you making that face, David.
Somebody in the comments will know the reference I made.
What did you say? Oh,
Sickening. You could never have a sugar daddy because you are not that kind of girl. I
Okay,
know.
someone on the podcast will know. Right?
Thank you. Of course I do. I just added another something to the Lana react list. Oops.
My react list is going to get...
No, but you have to react to the Shangela Mimi I'm First Sugar Daddy fight.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It's necessary viewing, Lana.
Look, just put it on the list of things.
I need to actually make a tangible list.
Right.
Not. Speaking of viewers of Brazil, if there are important drag race things that you think Lana needs to react, or drag things that you think Lana needs to react to, let us know in the comments. We want all of them because we are building a steady arsenal of things for Lana to react to.
It's growing every day. Oh, and by the way, since you were asking you to do that, why don't you subscribe while you're here too? Hit that subscribe button while you're here. And don't send me no reacts and don't subscribe.
And if you have been subscribed, thank you.
Thank you.
And you know what? I see the viewer counts we get for Brazil.
Mm-hmm.
You all are not all subscribed.
No.
If you all subscribed, we would jump up quite a bit.
Uh-huh.
So do it.
Do it. Do it.
Yeah.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we come into the workroom the next day.
Wait, I think we still have a lot more to talk about with Hellena crying.
Okay, go for it.
I'm just kidding. I'm kidding.
I'm like, okay, baby.
I was about to say, what else we got? She cried. She cried. And cried.
How could you, David? How could you think that we had more to talk about?
Oh no, she left.
Lana's so upset she left.
I can't blame her.
Yeah,
I'm over you guys.
Me too.
Me too.
We're gonna have a whole podcast with nobody being here.
Anyway, we come into the workroom the next day. Greg is here. And our mini challenge. It's the puppet challenge. Really
everybody
early,
loves puppets, Lana.
Except for Lana.
Oh. Oh. I hate puppets.
We know.
Oh my God.
And every international franchise that you're watching this year said, you know what we need this year? Puppets.
More.
You know what I need? A puppet that matches the skin tone of Shannon Sharllet, please.
We ran out of brown felt.
They ran out of brown
hair.
Well, we had
they had blue hair.
But not brown.
But no brown fabric.
Yeah.
Not even Organzza's was
no.
The right skin tone. I was like, you've got to be fucking joking.
Look, screams racism. No, just kidding.
Well,
I mean, you could do what you could do. You could do what you know what you could have did. But all right,
brown felt cannot be that expensive.
It's not that expensive. If you got all that white felt, you got some that cream color.
It's not even white. It's like gray,
grayish, or whatever they call
grayish.
it.
Grayish. I'm like, oh God.
But I'm sure.
Yeah, puppets happened.
Mm-hmm.
Honestly, I didn't think that many of them were good.
There was a lot of stuff that like just happened. Like we talked about, it got a little feisty when it came to certain people, and it was just like, okay, like we had somebody talk about Hellena crying the other day.
Well, that was Miranda. Who ended up winning the mini challenge. Right. It was the only one I laughed at. If I'm being honest with you, it was the only time I laughed. I was like, that's funny. That's cute. And I think Hellena took it in stride.
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, good. At least she can recognize the moment.
I did enjoy Betina's because she was like, I'm Shannon Sharllet and I'm coming here to win. And I was like, okay.
Who ended up with Organzza?
It was
because Organzza picked herself.
Shannon.
It was Shannon. And then she's like, Organzza. I thought that was good. I didn't think it was funny, but I thought it was like a good impersonation.
Right. And then Organzza got Naza and was like, I'm doing a pirouette on these no heels and and flipped her over the thing.
Don't worry, I have a reveal.
Right. A black hair reveal to a black hair.
Black wig to black wig reveal. That was funny. But I do think Miranda won for me, and I was happy for it.
For me, the real standout, though, and not in a good way, was Hellena. The way that she kind of went for Dallas, it felt like she was really attacking Dallas's whole aesthetic, like making fun of everything that she does, her whole futuristic style. And it did not feel like it was coming out of a place of love or humor. It just felt mean. And I kept looking at Dallas, and you could tell she was fighting to hold on to that smile the entire time. And I probably would have been crying. That's why I'm not on these shows, because I'm not strong enough for this. But I was like, this is really mean. And I do want to say, like, I love Hellena. She's one of my absolute favorites. I just don't think she's always very nice, especially not to Dallas.
No.
I don't think a lot of them are nice to Dallas, and I think a lot of them don't understand Dallas and her drag. And she has some moments where I was like, sure, that's not the best. Sure, she shouldn't have been in the top for some things when she was in the top, and then I was like, oh, she's in the bottom, and I don't know if she should have been in the bottom. But I do think Dallas has a point of view that most drag queens just don't have. And I don't know if they know how to take that in, if that makes sense. I don't know if they know how to react to that. And I think possibly someone might feel threatened by the fact that she is doing something out of the box that they don't know how to do. They don't know how to pull it off. And if she continues to work on her craft and get better and better, she could be quite amazing. And they won't know how to handle the level of amazingness that Dallas can do. I just need Dallas to have that confidence in herself that a lot of her fans have in her, because she could be really, 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 really good. She just has to take what she has and just take it to that next level. Right now, she seems a little stagnant. Even in in the show, she's been a little like here, and she'll dip up a little bit, and then she'll dip down really bad. Then she'll come back up, and she'll dip up a little bit. And then she's just not ever exceeding really what I know she has in her, because we've seen it.
Last week was the best she had performed.
We've seen it. We've seen glimpses of her greatness. I just need her to have the confidence in her, and I think that will just come along with time.
And I think that's actually interesting, because I do think she was coming into her confidence today in this episode, and the judging panel punched it out of her hard. And we'll talk about that later on, because I did not like how they were to her, regardless of whether she was one of the best or not. I thought they were very rude to her, but I don't want to get ahead of myself.
Okay.
I think the thing for me with Dallas is, I think now Dallas is falling into the category of like someone who's really great at drag, maybe just not the best at Drag Race, is kind of where I'm at. And I also don't know how long she's been doing drag, but it feels like there needs to be a little bit more of a like honing in on what her drag style is. Because I get that it's futuristic and I understand that. It's just, I don't think she always applied that 100% to what she was doing. It felt like she was always, because what we saw preseason on her Instagram, we were like, oh my God, this is incredible. Like, she's going to slay. And what we've seen here is not that.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
I mean, even you, David, said I think it was last week, that her quick drag always seems to be better than her runway drag. Yeah. Like she put on her quick drag makeup and it's great, and then she get on the runway, you're like, well, what happened to that face?
Yep.
What? So she just has to come up with some kind of balance of making herself great.
Yeah. And so we find out for this week's Maxi Challenge, it's not the ball.
No,
because that's next week.
Next week.
But this is kind of like the pre-ball, if you will.
Mini ball.
Because we're serving two looks
This
on
is the
runway.
ball before the balls have dropped.
Oh,
Oh yes, of course.
It's
And the balls
mini-
dropped last week because everyone was pregnant in the mini challenge.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
So yeah.
This is the ball. This is the pre-ball before the ball because she had to really get her mojo back after just dropping the baby. So
And Greg looked like she was in a giant black velvet ball.
ball,
So there we go. Ball.
ball,
We'll talk more about balls.
Balls.
ball.
But we are doing a double runway scenario. The first is an all white look that you brought from home. Okay, we get it, Lana. You like balls. Confirmed. Exclusive. Lana likes balls.
I took medicine, everybody. I'm sorry.
I've noticed. Lana's about as unhinged as David and I usually are. So the first look is a white look that you have to bring from home.
Mhm.
And the second look is an all black look that you have to make from materials found in the workroom.
Yes.
And I was like, why's it got to be black materials in the workroom?
Black and white. It's black. It's white. It's black. It's white. Yeah.
Yeah, Lana took some meds today. Great.
The legal kind of medicine, by
Yes.
the way.
Yes.
Not
I
I
like
was obsessed with that song when it came out.
me too. I love that song.
And Logan wasn't alive.
What year was it?
91.
No.
I wasn't even thought about.
It's black. It's white. It's done. It's me. Yeah.
I do know the song.
Yeah, I know you know it. Everybody knows.
I know the
That's
song. So like, hello. I'll take. We'll take that. But
We'll take that.
So they're making the looks,
Mhm.
and honestly, there wasn't much of the workroom stuff.
No, I mean, Greg comes in with the doo doo.
With some doo doo, and
with doo doo, and they talk to a couple people, and they go through the looks and things.
the only one I wrote down was Miranda, because she talks about her husband and them like not celebrating their wedding because of like all of the hardships that they've gone through, but then being inspired by Dudu apparently, and the way that he did his wedding celebration during the pandemic. So then Miranda was inspired by that and did that, and they had a lovely, wonderful moment. Cool, love it, great, wonderful, whatever.
I'm going to be honest. I zoned out of that conversation because Miranda was talking so much, and I was like, "Get to the point, girl. What are we?" It was just like, and I'm not no disrespect to the language, but reading all the subtitles and then listening to how fast she was talking and how much it was just like, to me, it sounded like. And I was like,
not that.
And then Naza beat Ruby in the lip sync.
It was so low. I was like, I'm drunk. I literally zoned out of that conversation. And then when she was like, "Thank you, doo doo," and walked away, I was like, "Oh, it's over." Oh, okay. I was like, Jesus, that conversation went on for like 15 minutes. It felt like it was just a lot of talking.
Well, so then we go to the workroom the next day. They're getting ready, and as if we haven't talked about the Hellena and Naza situation enough, Naza is. Well, Naza brings up her feelings, which I was happy to hear.
Which is very valid. And I'm glad she did, honestly. I'm glad she was able to speak her mind and speak her truth.
Because she's like, I feel very left out, and like, I'm feeling very weird because like, I don't know how to approach this, because obviously this was your friend, and y'all had like, we had a moment, but it's just like, basically Naza's just being like, hi, let me be your friend. Like, that's what it felt like. And I was just like, oh, I love Naza. And them talking about how, I think it was Hellena in the confessional at the start before we get when we're getting the dun, 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 when Helena's like, we need to drop the dead weight Dallas and Naza. And I was like, Naza has a challenge win. I'm sorry.
Even so, that's so rude. That's so
very
rude.
Agreed. And like,
rude.
I get it a little bit with Dallas because she has been, in the bottom many times.
But hadn't she won too?
No, Dallas never won.
Oh, I thought Dallas won.
No,
Okay.
her track.
Won mini challenge.
She won a mini challenge.
Yes.
Her track record was literally, I think it's high, low, bottom, high, bottom.
Okay.
Or something like that.
Bottom, high, bottom.
High bottom.
Hi,
Lana. No, I'm kidding. I'm verse. And they had a lovely conversation. And Organzza was like, I told you on the day, and I'm going to tell you again. We respect you. It's just that's our friend. And I was like, since when is Organzza close to Ruby? I'm like, hello? What's happening?
They're not doing, the editing isn't doing that any favors. So it just looks like they're just all of a sudden.
They were all in group 2, all of those people. And then Naza was in group 1. So
correct.
Okay.
But Dallas was also in group 2, and they don't seem to give a crap about her.
I agree with the fact that was very rude to say that they need to get rid of dead weight and then say Naza and Dallas. That's very rude. It was unnecessary. But I'm like, but even if that is your friend, when somebody is sitting here telling you that their feelings are, they feel excluded, they feel left out of all of your, your sisterly bonding. And if you're not intentionally trying to do that, then why would you turn around and not try to include them in things? Why do you double down on you just have to understand that is our friend. Well, then what am I? Am I not your friend? Are we not friends? Okay, then that's fine. Let me know this now so I know how to react to you from this point on. We are not friends. Got it. Good. So when I get ready to do this lip sync against you and I take you out, I don't have no regrets and no feelings that I'm about to take you out. You know what I mean? So they should. I don't like that. I didn't like that. I agree with that.
Well,
I was waiting. I was like, oh, Greg don't have a laugh. She don't have a ha 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 like everybody else.
But she sure does have a look.
Yes, she do.
She does.
In her black velvet ball. Black velvet.
Greg, it looks incomplete. You need something in the bottom half.
Exactly I thought the same fucking thing. It's like, you're going to wear a panty, and that's it, Greg?
Maybe her bottom half didn't get delivered.
Well, and to be fair, she is wearing like a full thigh high like boot, so that's fine.
She knew she was going to be sitting behind the table.
Right. She was like,
I don't need to put on my RuPaul sweatpants today. We'll be good. That thing doesn't look comfortable, but
not that top part.
Yeah.
And not yeah.
And we have guest judge, actress Maria Casadeval. I don't know her, but she seemed lovely.
And they were excited for her.
They were thrilled for her. And I said, great, I love that you're thrilled.
Organzza was like, I have a crush on her. I watch everything. And I'm like, okay.
Let us know in the comments, who is Maria Casadeval? Because I would like to know.
I wish Eve was here to be like, who is she? We need Chara.
I know.
We need Chara.
We need Chara.
Brazilian.
Brianna Lima, who are you?
We'll need some. Who are these random people? Let me do my. Who are these random guest judges that y'all have?
So this isn't confirmed or anything, but apparently the guest judge for the finale of this season is going to be Bruno from the Pit Crew because he's Brazilian.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Oh, wow. I heard that somewhere and I was like, oh, that makes sense.
Well,
it's going to be a gag if they do, but. Category is black and white.
I love that you put the black and the white.
But yes, of course. And all of the font is the same color. You just can't tell. And that's called color theory.
Bam.
Oh.
Love you. Love
I
that.
thought the font was the same color.
It is
It
all the same
is
color.
all the same color.
Hi,
Love
here's
that.
a quick color theory lesson. So when you put a color behind a darker background, it's going to appear lighter to your eyes. And when you put a color against a lighter background, it's going to appear darker to your eyes. So I had this same effect happen. It's all the same font. I don't know how to do that effect in the programming we use. So it's all the same. There you go.
There we go.
Ta-da.
Bam.
So we are going to talk about both looks at the same time because that's how the photos are pulled. Again, thank you to the Drag Zone. Thank you.
Thank you.
And first up is Miranda Lebrao.
I'll go first. So I like both of these looks. I actually surprisingly like the black one better than the white one, even though that's the one that she made. But the white one, so I think it looks really good. I don't really understand the thing with the sandals. Full disclosure, I didn't get to read all of the subtitles, so she probably explained it. My whole thing about the white one is I've seen this effect a few times recently where they have this cape that just kind of looks more like a parachute just kind of behind them. I don't really like that type of cape. It doesn't work for me. It just feels kind of blobby. So that was not my favorite, but overall she still looks really good in the white. But the black one, that was the moment. I was so impressed with how she made this. In fact, when she came out in this, I was like, wait, this was supposed to be their maid looks, right? Did they have another black look that they brought with them? But no, she just did this really well. And she made it so campy with the booger sticking out. I thought she did a great job. She absolutely deserved to be in the top. So great job.
I would agree with you. I like the black more than I like the white. I love a good hat moment. Anybody who knows me knows I love a good hat moment, and that hat is giving what I want, what I need, what I love. That dress fits her. She made the dress that fit her perfectly. I love the shape, the silhouette it gives her. Um, I love how she performed in it. Um, the makeup that she had running down her face. It was such a good. She just was so well put together. The white look, I enjoyed it. I agree with you. I don't particularly care for the cape. I don't even really particularly care for the wig that much, but I think the white look is a good look. It's fine. Um, yeah, yeah, but I still enjoyed it. Overall, I think she did a really good job.
I love these, and like I do definitely understand what you were saying, David, with the cape on the white look. I do really enjoy it. It's giving two sides of the same character in a weird way, but I'm like here for it. I love this like pom pom wig, hair hat wig that she has in the white look, and I think the bodysuit is really cleanly done. This black look is everything, and the fact that she made this in the workroom.
Mm-hmm.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
This is the Miranda Lebrao I've been waiting to see, and I'm thrilled about it. So, scores.
I will give this a overall.
I was going to judge them individually.
Individually? Okay.
Yeah.
For the whites, I will give it a 80. And for the black, I will give it a 90.
I'll give the white look a 77 and the black look an 85.
I just realized those are sandals on her in the white look, and that makes me like it even more.
Yeah.
I'm gonna give the white look an 84, and the black look for me is gonna be a full.
Okay. Cool.
Thanks, Lana.
What?
No, I'm just saying thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. I don't know why, but you're welcome.
You said cool, and I said thanks.
Oh, you're welcome. Cool.
Lana, do you want to start us off with Shannon Sharllet?
Shannon Sharllet. RuPaul Scarlet in this white look. Because she looks just like RuPaul. When they said, I was like, yep, I see RuPaul all in this look in the face, in the hair, in the dress. I was like, RuPaul would wear something like this and would look just like that. And that's not a horrible thing. It's not a bad thing. I think the white look is cute. I like it's a simple silhouette of a dress, but I like the corset on this dress. I like the see-through corset, and it's not a bad look. The 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 um the black look, we knew she was gonna struggle. She can't sew. She knows she can't sew. And so she just put some bejewels, some bedazzles on a corset and put it together and wrapped some fabric around to make a train. It wasn't the best, but it wasn't. I mean, it wasn't the best. I'll say that. It's fine. It's fine.
Yeah, the white look is definitely the better look of the two. It's funny that we're finally getting to see kind of that RuPaul type of look for her, since we did learn that she was a RuPaul impersonator, and that's kind of how she got her start. So RuPaul kind of wishes she looked good half the time, but yeah, I really like this first look. I do wish it was more completely white, because we get a lot of like silvers in it, and those look good, but I don't know. I would have liked to see just pure white. I think that would have looked even better. But yeah, I really like the circles on there. Very good. The maid look. It's not a disaster by any means.
Right.
She should be proud of it. There are things that I don't love. I feel like without the tail, the train, it would be so simple. I do like how she took the time to bedazzle it. I do think that her cups look really tiny though compared to the rest of the shape. But my least favorite part are the like tights.
Yes.
They just do not look good on her at all. They look like they are like kind of falling apart even. So yeah, that was by far my least favorite part. I wish she had just scrapped those all together. But overall, she did pretty good.
The white look is good. I do definitely agree. I wish it was more white fabric and less silver fabric, because that corset really does just throw it off. And then whatever the shoulder piece is, I think is really cool. I just wish again it was in white. If that's the runway, I just wish it had adhered to the runway theme a little bit more. The black look, I mean, unfortunately for me, it is my least favorite of the looks that they all made. It's not bad by any means of the imagination, and it's more complete than just gluing stones to a corset. So I will give her that. Unfortunately, it's just a step above that. So, yeah. But the makeup looks great.
Mm-hmm.
The makeup's great. It always is. But scores for Shannon Sharllet.
For Shannon Sharllet, for the white look, I will give it a 79. And for the black look, I will give it a 70.
Okay, I'm going to give the white look an 84. And then the black look, I'm actually going to give a 65. Also, I quickly want to say, when her face looks sad, it is the most devastating face. Like, I just feel so sad anytime she looks sad. I don't know why.
She's like Bambi. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, I just want to cry for you. Yeah.
I'm going to give the white look a 75, and I'm going to give the black look a 58.
Yeah.
Betina Polaroid. The two sides of Madonna, apparently.
And you know what? I like this. I really, really like this. And this is what I was talking about when I was saying I want people to give me your brand, take the thing that they give you, and show me who you are as a drag artist. And this is who she is. She is rock and roll. She is, Madonna. She's rock. She's punk rock. This is who she is. She's musical photography. this is who Betina is. And I love that she gave us two sides to Madonna, like a virgin side and then the dominatrix side, I guess, of Madonna.
Erotica.
Yeah, the erotica side of Madonna. And I love that. I thought it was really good. I wish she would have did she could have I wish that skirt would have came off and she would have did like the real like a version, like give me the white lingerie part underneath it, like the jacket, do a reveal at the end, like like she gets to that bottom of that stage and she do the whole Madonna grind and then rips that off and it's still I think that would be awesome. But I liked it. And then I liked the black that she made. That pencil skirt is everything. She did that when she did that. It looks good. I love the mask. It really goes. It just adds something to the look. I enjoyed this. This is what I wanted to see from Betina, and I'm glad I got it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think more than anybody, Betina really showed us range on the runway this week. I just was so surprised by how different these two looks were, and a lot of them went for like theming to have like similar looks. But she's like, yeah, I'm gonna show you how much I can do from two different sides of the spectrum. What I do think the silhouette in the second look is a little simple, but she really sold it with her delivery and the theming she added to it. Like if she didn't have the blindfold or even the collar, I think it would have been not a success. But I also want to point out that the judges were like, we're so glad to see you growing throughout the competition. I want to say that it's not as much as she's growing. I think you all are seeing her because there were times where she was rated low in the first several episodes where I thought she could have been a top or a winner. But I'm glad they're finally giving her a chance. She's always been very solid, I think. So another good week for her.
I find this really interesting. This is literally her first time in the top.
That's crazy.
Her track record is bottom to low, safe, high.
When she gave us that perfect tree look, and we don't, I'm blown away because that tree look was amazing. But okay.
And her acting challenge in episode 3 was so good.
I agree. I like this a lot. For me, I would have personally had her safe, and the only reason why is because this felt a lot more to Madonna than to any other particular, like to her aesthetic. And I get that she's taking the black and the white concept and adapting them for her drag through the lens of Madonna, and I like that. It's just for this challenge, I think I would have liked to see more of her aesthetic in a design challenge where she can make something. I also don't think the pants on the black look are all that fitted well. There was a bit of like bunching and like a bit of a fit issue in it. But I mean, otherwise, these are good. Is it a skirt?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was pants. It's not pants. I'm like, OMG, it's not pants.
It's not pants.
There were some fit issues in the skirt. It wasn't. I would have had her safe personally, but that's just me.
I'm just saying, she's not been in the top when she gave us that Polaroid hat headpiece look with the. Okay.
Wasn't that last week?
Oh, Lana said, "I'm out." They didn't put her in the top. Then I'm leaving.
Well, her snatch game wasn't good. That's why she wasn't in the top.
Fair,
but
it wasn't bad though.
It wasn't bad, but there were better ones for sure. But yeah, these are fine. It's also not a. It's not a solid. What is the word I'm trying to think of? Blindfold. That's makeup.
No, that's makeup. Right.
Oh, it is?
Yes,
that's makeup.
No.
Yeah. Oh. I got so mad I left.
We know.
So
that's what I said.
So,
And what
Well,
I
yeah.
said while you were gone was that her snatch game didn't live up to the runway. That's why
That's
she wasn't
true.
in the top.
But I guess. But jeez, it's so good. Okay.
I know. Scores.
So for the whites, I will give this a 79. And for the black, I will give it an 89.
Okay. I'm going a little bit of a different direction. I'm also going to give a 79 for the white look, but I'm going to do a 74 for the black look.
And I'm going to go a little bit differently and give both looks a 79.
There we go. You couldn't break the tie.
Period.
I'm just going to give both of them because that's honestly where I would put both of them. So
Great.
next up,
Naza.
Naza.
She's so cute.
Ooh, there's some drama online, baby, because the fans thought Naza should have been in the top. And quite frankly, I agree, but I would have put her over Betina. For me.
I like both of these looks. I thought they were really good. My only issue with the black look is we've seen Naza do this before. We've seen the bodysuit pants where the cutouts in the legs or the cutouts in the. We've seen her do that before, so we know she can do that. We've seen the big eyes on her on a jacket before, so we know she can do that. That for me is like, okay, we've seen this girl, we've seen this look from you. What else you got? But it's still good. She does it well. That's the thing. If you go do it and continue to do it, at least she continues to do it well. She looks really good in the black. I love the cuteness she did in this white. I like how she performed in the white. I like how she performed in the black. But like I said, we've seen this look before in the black, before on Naza. So I'm like, I understand why she wasn't in the top because we've seen it before. So what else do you have? It was not that it wasn't good, and that's what I want to tell the people who are tripping and mad about this. We have to be fair. We've seen this look before. Now, not silhouette. I'm not talking about silhouettes. I'm talking about looks because some people's silhouettes might be the same, but it's not the same looks. I think we've seen this look before on Naza, and it's cute. It's really good, but I can understand the safe. But I'm saying if they wanted to move her to the top, I can understand that too. It's justifiable either way. So I'm not hating on nobody, but I still love Naza. I think she's adorable. Her makeup is great on both of these looks. She's so consistent that's why I feel like a lot of these girls have a problem with Naza because she's so consistently good. She's consistently good and she knows her body, she knows her angle, she knows what works for her, and she sticks with what works for her. And that is not a bad thing. I'm here for it. I love it. I think Naza did really good on this runway.
Yeah, I agree. She did well for sure. I think there's definitely a case for her being in the top.
Yep.
I think once again I'm kind of going in the opposite direction of Lana here. I actually prefer the black look here. I do like the white look. It's very cutesy. I just feel like there's something missing to it. And I kept trying to think, like the whole time we were talking about, like, why doesn't this fully work for me? And I can't put my finger on it, but I don't know. Maybe I want it more dragged up and more have a better theme to it. I don't know. It still looks cute. But for me, the black look is what really won me over. Immediately when I look at this, I'm like, oh, it's Toothless from How to Train Your Dragon. I totally get that with those eyes. I really like even the little ears in the back. I think she looks adorable in this. It's a really great shape on her. Maybe she's done something like this, but I can't really think of what it is.
I
Like
think
I was trying to.
the first couple of runways, I think she did a outfit where she had the big eyes and the furry thing.
Okay, I'd have to look back at those because I don't remember them, and I don't mind if a queen has like consistent sort of theming. So if eyes are her thing, great. But yeah, overall, I thought she did really well this week.
She had my second favorite package, if I'm being honest. I thought both looks were really, really strong. We might have seen something like the black look before, and I see where you're coming from with that, Lana, but I would have been less impressed with it had she brought that. She made that, and I think that's incredibly impressive.
I mean, but she made the last one. I think it was the design challenge.
Her mermaid look?
Was
I
it the
don't think her
mermaid look?
I don't think her
Yeah.
No,
mermaid
no,
look
no.
looked
But
like
then maybe
that.
it wasn't that one. But see, she says, well, we got to be real. Naza makes most of her outfits. She made most of the outfits that she brought with her, so she made that too.
Probably in more time than 48 hours,
Yes.
though.
I mean, impressive time, but she made them, and so she knows how to do it.
Sure. I'm just saying, in the time allotted, I think what she made was
Great.
the second best thing that I saw that was made. We may have seen this sort of thing before, but I think the construction of it is definitely worth praising.
It is.
Yeah. And I'm not saying you're not. I'm just saying I'm praising it. I like Naza. That's
For
what I'm
sure.
saying.
For sure, I love Naza.
And I love this white look too. The way the skirt is constructed, I really enjoy. It's just very cutesy, Naza, boom. I just wish the hair was a little bit bigger. That's all I really would have wanted. But otherwise, I think Naza did really well.
Naza said she was not gonna go from a black wig to a black wig, so she went to a blonde wig to a black wig. So please
Exactly.
get it together.
Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
Scores.
For me, the white look gets a 87, and the black looks gets a 95. I like the black look.
Oh.
I do. I said I liked it. I never said I didn't like it. I never said I didn't like it. I just said we've seen it before.
Okay, I'm gonna give the white look a 73, and I'm gonna give the black look an 84.
I'm gonna give both of her looks a 90.
Oh.
Next is Dallas DeVille.
She's a bunny rabbit. She's a bunny rabbit.
Where's Eve to talk about the bunny?
She's a bunny rabbit and a dark bunny rabbit. A futuristic dark bunny rabbit?
Who knows?
I don't know. I like her white look. I do like her white look. I like it. It fits good. It looks good. The bodysuit is nice. I'm a fan more of the white than I am of the black. I don't think the black fits that well and looks that good. Yeah, I like the black more. I mean the white more than the black. It's just it's not giving because see, the white is so extreme because she had more time to do that and get that made or whatever. But the black look just seems so compared to that. It just looks so straight up and down, very no shape really. It's okay though. It's okay. It's not my favorite, but it's not horrible. Like I'm not like this is the worst look ever. No.
Yeah, I agree. The white look is better, but I actually do like the black one as well. And I did not get the impression that she wasn't having fun on the runway. So I think for the judges to kind of just pretend like she's not having fun, that was kind of uncalled for. And it's fair for her to be upset when they're putting thoughts into her head. Like they're speaking for her. Let her speak for herself. So, like, if she rolled her eyes, fine. Maybe you all deserve that, judges, because you all had a very clear intention this episode, and that was to get rid of Dallas. That was the goal. You accomplished it. Great job. She wasn't one of your favorites. Great. But as far as the looks go, I do like the white one a lot. I think this is maybe one of my favorite looks she's had all season. It's a great shape on her. I really like those hips. She, I think, pulled off better having that kind of skirt cape at the bottom with this one. And of course, she probably had a professional work on this for her, and that's why it looks so much better. But I do like the black one, and I like that she kept the theming. I really like the ear that's flopping down. I think that's a cute effect. But yeah, it felt like she tried to apply her brand to this look as much as she could. I don't know if she's the best at making outfits, but I think she did a decent job, all things considered.
I love the white look. I think this is finally like this is the thing that really this is the look for me that is signature Dallas drag when I look at her as a drag artist here. Like that feels very signature, and it's the most signature I've seen from her on this season. So I was really happy to see that. The black look, unfortunately, it's a little underbaked. You can tell it was made. It doesn't fit the best. There's some wrinkling happening. I don't think it's bad. I do still think, however, it was warranting the bottom two. Because everybody else kind of just did really, really good except for Shannon in the making of the look. So I love what she did with the makeup too, with the little the thin black line contour going down the cheek to the lip. I really like that. But yeah, it's just unfortunate because I think everybody else here is very, very talented and made really good garments, and it's unfortunate that Dallas kind of just fell there.
True.
I also do agree. I think the judges knew they wanted to get rid of her, put someone in the top against her that they knew would, put someone in the bottom with her that they knew would beat her in a lip sync, and justified it by giving her a critique that I didn't get. But scores.
Lana, what you thinking?
I'm sorry. I was looking back at Dallas on the runway because I wanted to make sure that I remember what I saw, and because the comments that you were like the judges was putting ideas and saying things that weren't. I wanted to make sure before I sit there and say something.
Sure.
I don't know if she was having fun on the runway. It looked a little forced to me. Okay. Like she came out and she said, this is the smile that she had the entire time going down the runway. And she was just like, and I don't know if that's it didn't look to me like she was having a good time. This was in the white.
Maybe they should have asked her.
I mean, but
I think would have been a better, yeah.
I mean, I think that's their job, is to critique what they believe. Also, they're judges. That's what they do. It's like what they see, just like we're doing. We can't ask her, were you having fun on the runway, girl? Did this look make you feel, I mean, how did you feel when you wore this look down the runway? We just give our critiques on what we see. And I think they're just giving their critiques on what they saw. And it was like she didn't look like she was having fun. Now, they could have been like, you don't look like you're having fun. Are you having fun? And she was like, oh, no, I'm having fun on the runway. And she answered. She said, I had fun on the runway. And they were just like, oh, okay. It just didn't look like it. Do I think they wanted to get rid of her? Yes, I agree with that. I believe it was her time. They wanted her to go. And honestly, the black look put her in that bottom two, and it was deserved, honestly, to me. But I don't know if it's fair to be like, they were wrong, the judges were wrong for not asking her how she felt on the runway.
I mean, they have that privilege. They have that privilege that they can do that. We can't do that because we're not right in front of their face. And we see RuPaul do it all the time.
But everybody's not RuPaul. Everybody's judging style is
some people aren't as good.
Everybody is not, but see, this is the thing. We say everybody's not as good, but the second RuPaul says something that we don't like to somebody who we like, we want to turn around and say that wasn't fair for RuPaul to do this.
And nobody's perfect as a judge. I'm just going to say Greg is becoming one of my least favorite judges. And I know that's unpopular here. I think she's at a very similar age to a lot of these girls. And I think she knows, like, oh, these are my peers. Who would I be friends with? Who would I click with? And I do think that she is being harder on people that she just doesn't think she would click with. And she takes it way too personally when Dallas gives an eye roll about people saying that she's not having fun when you could just ask her. And I feel like she was so upset about that. She's like, I'm going to show her. And this is not the first time that we've thought
No.
Greg has been kind of vindictive
No.
with her judging. So I
No.
don't like that.
I'll give you that.
I agree with you on that. We've talked about Greg and how I felt she did that to Mezzalene Sparkle. I was like,
Mhm.
I think you did. She punished her for not listening to what she told her to do, and I agree with that. I also though, but when you're a judge on a panel, you are. It is your prerogative and your right to look at what you see and say, you don't look like you're having fun on the runway. And then it's up to Dallas with what she did was come back and say, I am having fun on the runway. I'm having a good time on the runway. I don't think it's wrong for her to be able to, for them to tell her what they see, because that's their job, is to critique what they see. And when I was just watching that, she didn't look like she was having fun on the runway. I probably would have said the same thing, but me personally, I probably would have asked, like, I don't know if you didn't look like you were having fun on the runway. Are you having fun on the runway? Because if that was all it took was the "Are you having fun?" and we would have been okay with it, then it's like, okay, fine. But I don't know. I don't think that was bad for them to critique her on what they saw or what it looked like to them.
I think the thing to kind of sum up that conversation maybe a little bit, I think for me, it's like Greg gives compassion to certain people, but doesn't have that sort of same compassion to other people.
I
And I
agree.
think it again, we are looking at this as a season 1.
Yes.
Greg has a lot of learning to do as a host. And we kind of saw similar things with both Brooklyn and Nikki on their first seasons. So I'm not definitively saying anything necessarily, and I agree with both of you with a lot of what you were saying. I just think at the end of the day, if you're going to give compassion to the contestants, I'd like to see it for all of them and not necessarily maybe just the people you really know and you're friends with.
Right.
That's where I'm coming from.
And I agree with you on that. I agree with you on that. I do think that this is, like we said, first season. There's going to be some kinks. It's going to be some things. I think Greg is going to go back and look at the season and look at the comments that people are saying, and is going to have to either reevaluate what she's doing, or she just stay the same and then become the person who everybody just don't like, because you just go continue to be part of your friends, and then the petition come out, get rid of Greg, because that will happen, because the Drag Race fandom do that kind of thing. So either she needs to get it together, and I agree, spread the compassion all the way around, because I feel like she did that early in the season, but I feel like now that it's getting down to the end, she's picking and choosing the people she like. But we see that on all these franchises. We see all of them do that. So I understand your frustration, David. Don't think I'm coming at you for what you are saying. I just know I wanted to be the devil's advocate to what you were saying, because I don't think it was wrong for the judging panel to say what they said, but it's also Dallas's right to defend what they said.
That's fair. And I honestly, if I'm being honest, I think more of my issue is just what we heard Greg say when they were deliberating, and her being upset with Dallas. And also, like, I've been talking to one of our commenters, Daniel, and he's giving me so much information, and it really sounds like Dallas just it seems like this might not have been the best experience for her, and she doesn't seem to have that relationship with people from the show. She hasn't been included in group things that they're doing. Greg has her own show that's going to be on Wow Presents Plus, and she's having all the queens on there except for Dallas. So it's really sad. Like, she's been the punching bag for the girls in the cast, and she's being the punching bag for the host, and I don't like that. Maybe I'm seeing it as more extreme than it is.
I mean,
but I feel bad for her because I think she's a great girl.
I mean, this is the thing. We don't know what the situation is backstage. We don't know the behind the scenes thing. What if it's something that Dallas did? What if we find out later that Dallas was the problem? Like, nobody likes Dallas because Dallas was not nice. Not saying she isn't. I don't know her. We don't know who she is as a person. We don't know how she acted on the show. We don't know the relationships that were built or not built. But if she is excluded, that sucks. But if it was if you're excluded because you want to be excluded, because that's a thing. Sometimes we just didn't have a good time on the show. Sometimes we just don't enjoy the people who we were in this environment with. So I would rather keep my peace and just not be around them anymore.
Right.
I would just continue to do my own thing and just forget this show ever happened, which is possible for Dallas. Maybe this wasn't the experience. Like you said, Logan, maybe she is great as a drag artist, but maybe not built for a drag race, which is fine. Everybody don't have to do drag race to be a great drag artist. And I believe Dallas is a great drag artist, but this show just wasn't it. Or maybe this time wasn't her time. Maybe she should have waited 2 or 3 seasons down the line where she could hone into who she was as an artist and then be able to come out and make those people who doubt who she is, you know what I'm saying? Make Greg be like, oh, right, maybe girl. I was wrong about this girl. But she can still do that. She can still do that. She can go out there and shine and become one of the biggest drag artists in Brazil and make all of those people who excluded her be like, dang, we dropped the ball on this one. So Dallas, you do your thing. I love her. I think she's amazing. I think she's so talented. And when we'll talk about the lip sync later, but I believe that she's so talented. Yeah. The sky's the limit for Miss Dallas DeVille, I believe, honestly. But I don't want to be like this other side is being mean to her when we don't know the whole situation.
True.
And that's fair. I'll leave it there.
Score.
I will once again ask for scores.
Oh, we did not score yet because I started talking. My bad.
Sure did, my dear, but it's okay. It's fine.
My bad. I will give this white look, honestly, I'm gonna give this white look a full cup because baby did that. She looks stupendous in this white look. I will give the black look a 55.
I'm going to give the white look an 88. One of my favorites of the night. The black look, I'm going to give a 69.
Nice. I'm going to give the white look a 96. 96. And the black look is going to get a, you know what? A 69. Thanks. Hellena Maldita.
Hellena. Okay. I think both of these looks are okay. I'm saying I'm not wild by either of the looks. But I'm like, they're not horrible at all. I think they're made well. They look good on her. But I'm not like, oh my God, it's just a lace bodysuit and then a lace skirt. It's okay. It's okay. I don't like this wig on the black, but I love the wig on the white. But it's okay. I love that she wants to give us a different makeup with this black. I appreciate that. But it's okay.
Yeah, I agree. If I had to rank all of the girls by my favorite of their looks, she probably would have been my least favorite because my favorite of hers is not as good as my favorites from everybody else. But I think they're both still fine. She definitely deserved that low safe placement, I think.
Agreed.
I really don't have a lot to say about these. They're very simple. And I know she's capable of better. We've seen much better from her.
Much better.
I don't know if there's just a cultural reference or some reference that I wasn't getting with the white look, but when Greg was like, this white look is iconic, I'm like, I don't get that personally, but okay. Sure, Greg, it's a lace bodysuit and a nice little purple wig. I'm okay. And I agree with you 100%, David. I think Helena's given us much better than both of these looks. Mm-hmm. I think she looks good in the white look. She doesn't look bad by any means of the imagination. This, for me, just looks more like a tip around look than anything else. And that's no shade. It's just that's what I'm getting. The black look, it's a corset and a couple pieces of fabric coming off, and she's got the nice lace not bolero, but like bolero shaped sort of like top, and the skirt's kind of basic. Again, I don't think she looks bad. I just think it's a little half baked. But I do love that she was giving a different makeup. And in this short period of time, she would have had to completely redo her makeup in order to do this. And for that, I will give her props, because I don't think they're given a whole lot of time to redo things. And she was saying that this is kind of more like the original Hellena Maldita kind of makeup that she started drag doing. So I like that we got to see that. I just wish the look was a little bit stronger to bring everything together. But
before we get to scores, I do. So Daniel actually messaged me about Hellena. Apparently, she has posted an apology on Instagram about everything that happened in this episode. And she explained that this was all filmed months ago and that everybody's cool now. And she's done individual apologies to the queens that she's upset. So I respect that. I appreciate that.
Fabulous. And now scores.
Scores. I'm going to give both of these looks a 75. They're all right.
Yeah, I was going to give them both the same score too, but I'll give them a 72.
I guess I'm going to go with the theme, and I'm going to give both of these. You know what? I'm going to match your 75s, Lana.
Period.
We'll go with that. She looks good
in
both of them. I completely agree with her low safe placement. For sure. And last up, Organzza. I did love when Greg was like, Here, Lana, you do it, and I'll lip sync to it.
Hold on. I want to go. Organzza. I can only roll my lips, my R's for so long.
I can't roll them at all, so it's more than you're getting from me. What do you think of Organzza?
I love this white look. I really love this white look. I love the piece that covers her face. I love the yarn work that she did on it. She told us it was for a cultural reference for her when she was learning her about religion, and she said she grew up Catholic and she didn't know anything about her African roots, and so she started studying and learning about her African culture and the religion of, I can't pronounce it properly, Yarnshape, I think. But
it's an interesting pronunciation, because I know there's a bunch of those letters at the start of the word.
It starts with a Y. I don't know that.
Yeah, that all of those letters are like different sounding. If someone could give us phonetics in the comments below, that'd be beautiful. Thank you.
But I think it looks so pretty. The way the sleeves are dripping down with that yarn, and then the skirt rather, looks so good. The slit is very high, but lovely. Is this a silhouette that we've seen from Organzza before? Sure. Yes. Will not deny. But when you pull off the silhouette so well, then that's where I feel like the differences lie. This is why she was in the top for me. And that hair is great. The black, simple, but effective. Like, sure, I would have loved to see more in the top. I would have loved to see her do something else. But this is the theme that Organzza came in, was like streetwear, very, hip hop-ish, very fly girl kind of from the hood type looks. And I can appreciate that. Is it simple? Yes. But is it effective? Yes. So, and I love that head thing she put on the black. That's kind of cute and cool. But I liked it.
The like netted face cage on I loved it.
That, and then the thing on the black with the head.
Oh, the whole headpiece.
The whole headpiece.
Face piece, period.
Yeah, on both looks. So good. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
So for both of these looks, I will say the highlights for each of them are the sleeves and the wigs.
Mm-hmm.
Like, both of those are really, really good. But overall, as a look, I significantly like the white look better. Like,
Yeah.
I think this is one of the best looks of the season. She looks so incredible. I love how her hair's just become kind of a mask there
Yes.
too. It was such a cool kind of feature there. Is the shape of the garment simple? Yeah, but I don't care. It works. I will say it does not work as well for the black look, but I still like it. I just feel like it looks slightly incomplete based on this area right here in the chest. I just wish there was something else going on there because the sleeves and the pants look incredible. And then that wig did so much work, even though she didn't make that wig. I'm
Right.
assuming.
I don't
Who
think
knows?
so.
But yeah, overall, I absolutely think she did deserve a spot in the top. And I know a lot of people are coming for her online. Guess what? It's not her fault. It's the judge's fault if you don't agree with it. But yeah, I thought she did well.
Can we just stop coming for Drag Race contestants? It's never their fault. Like, shit. Send your stuff to the producers or Greg. I don't fucking know. Not Greg. Greg doesn't deserve it either. I definitely like both of these. This was my third favorite collection. So I definitely also think she would have been in the top for me. I like just the way that she translated a lot of the elements of the white look into the black look and the way that she made it. I definitely agree. The headpiece situations and the sleeves are the stars of both looks. Unfortunately for me, the pants on the black look are not as fitted as I would like them to be. And I really don't care for this top. It's just two bands with like the world's smallest bralette and just like some stones on it. And it does kind of cheapen the overall effect of the look. And I think everything else actually looks really cool. I kind of maybe would have loved if she had just come out in like pasties and the sleeves and the pants. I think maybe I would have liked that a little bit more. Like, you don't need a top. Just nah. Who needs a top? Not me.
If she came out with just pasties and in a netted, like the netted or the lace top, like a lace.
Oh, that could have been cute because there was some black lace there. Yeah,
because her whole pants are lace. So if she came out with a lace top, that would have been cute.
That would have been okay. Like a loose fitted. Oh, that could have been cute actually. But I think this is fine for me overall. But scores.
The white, I'm giving a full cup because I think she looks beautiful in this white. Beautiful in this white. The black, I will give a 80.
The white, I'm gonna give a 96, and the black, I'm also giving an 80.
I'm gonna give the white also a 96. I'm not gonna give the black look an 80. I'm gonna give it a 70.
Okay.
Well, that happened.
Yep.
And then, did anything happen in Untitled? I don't.
Naza scared everybody because she was like, I'm back here by myself.
Oh, no. I want to talk about it because Naza's sitting on the couch alone and she's like, girl, I thought you slayed this week, girl. Girl, how were you not in the top, girl? I was like, yes, Naza.
She was like, I think we're supposed to talk with me back here, so I guess I'll talk to myself and interview myself. Naza's just a great personality.
I love when it's top 7 and only one person is safe and they go back and it's just awkward silence or they talk to themselves. Like there's no in between with it.
I would certainly talk to myself, be like, whoo, yeah.
Like, hey girl, how you feeling this week? Oh, hey girl, I'm feeling okay. The
competition against me.
I shouldn't have been safe. No, I agree with you, girl. You should have been in the top, girl. Thanks, girl. You're welcome, girl. Like I would have given that for sure. But yes, we find out our top 3, Organzza, Betina, and Miranda. And our winner, finally, Miranda wins the challenge. Yay. It's about damn time.
Yeah, it almost felt like, you know how some people win an Oscar after they've been nominated so many times?
Oh, it's fully gave Susan Lucci.
Susan Lucci. It was very Susan
I was like,
Lucci.
It is her Susan Lucci moment. She finally won and everyone cheered.
You like me. You really like me. Yeah.
And Miranda's reaction was so good. And then Organzza was just like, yes, you did it!
Everybody was so happy for her because she's been coming so close every week. She's like, second. Logan, you know what that feels like watching the Instagram when your picture is always second.
Yes, I do, Lana.
And
I
when you
really
finally
do.
get that win, you're like, yay!
And then I go right back to the bottom.
See,
Thanks,
and I did
David.
you a favor the last time by putting you at third the whole time, so you didn't have to have that feeling.
No, because he did it to me this time. I was second all the time. It was me.
Yeah, that's
it was
true.
Me. It was Lucas. It was me. I was like, well.
Anyway,
yes, check out our Italia cast
that one.
Instagram thing. Period.
That is the one we did.
Yeah.
Bottom three: Shannon, Hellena, and Dallas. There's nobody else that could have been there, honestly.
Right.
Yeah.
At our bottom two, Dallas and Shannon. Again, no one else really could have been there, unfortunately. Shannon, for me, was the worst overall. And if I'm comparing Hellena and Dallas, I liked Helena's overall package a little bit better than I liked Dallas's. So
I would agree with that.
Yeah. Unfortunate, because I didn't... we're getting to the point where I don't want to see anyone go home. But they lip sync to Decadence avec Elegance by Deborah Blonde.
Deborah.
This was a good lip sync.
This lip sync was okay. This is what I want to talk about because this lip sync was actually good. I actually enjoyed this lip sync. I felt like both of them did really well. I think they were on a level throughout most of the lip sync where they were together. And I think towards the very end, Shannon kind of like slipped ahead because I think Dallas was. Remember what we said about Tessa looking to see what what Pandora was doing and then started doing it too? I think Dallas started doing that. She started feeling a little bit like, uh-oh, am I falling behind? So she's looking to see what Shannon was doing. And then she started falling behind because she was, instead of just performing and staying in the moment, she was looking to see what the other girl was doing. But I still think it was really good. Dallas is a good performer. That's the thing. She's a good performer. If she would have stayed in the moment, she probably could have pulled out that win on Shannon. But I think the judges was trying to get rid of her anyway. So, and when they start, when the camera starts to stop focusing on one person and focus on the other, I'm like, okay, I know what y'all want me to believe.
And when all the confessionals were like, oh my God, Shannon is slaying this lip sync. I'm like, okay, well.
Yeah, I do think this was not my favorite of Dallas's lip syncs. And I think she would probably be the first person to admit that. But for me, there were times during the lip sync where Shannon would do something that was good, like her first split she did, which I thought was slightly crunchy, but good.
Yeah.
And then you cut to Greg going, oh, like she just did something we've never seen before. And I'm like, okay.
Like she just did a black wig to black wig reveal or something. I don't fucking know. Like,
right. I mean, I do think Shannon, for me, it wasn't even close. I think Shannon handily won this lip sync.
I agree with you.
But it was so obvious the agenda right off the bat.
Well, and I will also say, I think a little bit of the judges' reaction is also, we haven't seen Shannon lip sync yet. This is Dallas's third lip sync. So I think they're like, and the fact that she did a split like so early, you don't usually see that in a lip sync for your life. So I think there were like, she wasn't reinventing the wheel, but maybe she was using a different kind of wheel they hadn't seen.
You know, to reinvent the wheel?
I had my coffee enema. It's gone now. But yes, I do also agree. I definitely think Shannon won the lip sync. And that means that we have to say goodbye to Dallas DeVille. And I think she's incredibly talented. All the things Lana said earlier, I think she's incredibly talented. Maybe she needed a bit more time to solidify, you know, what her aesthetic is, who she is as a drag artist. She also seems to be a little bit more of an introvert. And as we've seen on many of these programs this year alone, you know, introverts don't always, you know, work the best and do the best work on Drag Race. So I think she's incredibly talented. I really enjoy what she's brought to this competition. if there's Brazil All-Stars down the line, you know what? Maybe bring her back in a few years. And we'll see what kind of digital fantasy technotronic situation she brings.
Her future will be the past by then.
Her future will be, true.
Technotronics.
Oh, I love Technotronics.
The band or the word by Jeff?
Both. I don't love him, but the word is fun. Any final thoughts on Dallas?
No, well, other than I'll just miss her because she was just kind of somebody who I thought was always a positive energy for me. So I'm sad.
I do think it was their time to go, unfortunately.
That's fair. Yeah. It would be hard to see anybody else leaving.
Else.
But I think I know who they want out next.
Ooh, speculation time. David, who do you think they want out next?
Yeah. So before this episode, I'm like, yeah, it's so clear who they want in the top 4. How many people are left?
There are 6.
Okay, it's so clear who they want in the top 5. I knew Dallas was probably going this week, and then I think they're done with Betina after that.
Oh, really?
Yeah, unfortunately.
Okay. Give her one time in the top and then let her go?
Yep.
Interesting. Okay.
Kind of what we just saw happen with Dallas.
I don't know. Maybe they put in the Hellena thing to sort of to sort of tease maybe a Naza going next week. I don't know.
We're due for a non-elimination, I would think.
One would perhaps think that, David Healy.
Because there's 5 episodes left and we have 6 queens left.
Well, one of them is going to be a reunion.
One's a reunion.
And one of them is going to be a finale. So there's only 3 competitive episodes left. Unless they're getting to a top 3.
Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, if it's the same contractually obligated format as all of the Paramount Plus ones, then it'll be a top 4. But I don't know. So, Lana, any final thoughts on Dallas?
She's a great queen. She'll do amazing once she gains the confidence in herself, and I think she was showing that, and I liked her.
Great.
No, you did not. No.
Shut up, David. Shut up.
Well, yes, the draft, David. Okay, here's the thing. We celebrate every time David's in the lead in a draft, and we celebrate every time that Lana's in the lead in the draft. And you know what? We're going to celebrate the fact that I'm in the lead in a draft.
Woo! I'm so happy for you, Logan.
Thank you, Lana.
Not the cricket.
Remember earlier when I said I hate David Healy? Maybe I wasn't lying. We'll do it very quickly because I know literally.
No, don't do it quickly. You take your time.
I just realized now.
There is an unspoken thing going on right now.
No, I love it though, because I didn't realize until I just looked at the draft document again that all 3 of you only have 1 person left and I have my entire team.
Yep.
Well, Eve did make a prediction early on. She thought we each would have somebody in the top 4. So
who knows? But
that means the next few weeks you are gonna be dropping like flies. Like
nope. Nope. I have complete confidence in all of my team members. So Lana is currently in last place with 35 points. David is in 3rd place with 36 points. And Eve is in 2nd place with 37 points.
Wow.
Jeez.
And I have 58.
Jesus. Look, this is gonna be like Philippines. We ain't gonna be able to
I know. We're probably gonna declare the winner next week.
I mean, that's fine if it happens. It's great. I will be happy for you, Logan, because I know what that feels like to be declared the winner a week before the season is over.
I'm like, I don't even I think it's still mathematically possible. I just think all of my people would have to be eliminated
and be in the bottoms.
Literally, the bottom 3 for the next 3 weeks would have to be Shannon, Betina, and Miranda, and I don't see that happening. So we'll see. But with that being said, thank you for joining us. Thank you for joining us for our episode 7 recap of Drag Race Brazil. We'll be back next week to talk about episode 8, The Ball, where
Ooh.
Lana gets to talk more about balls.
Balls.
More looks.
The
More
balls.
balls. 18 looks next week. Woo! Yeah! Party!
The ball. Period.
Make sure to
period.
subscribe. Hit all the buttons. If you hit the dislike, hit it twice. Make sure to follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok at the Cupbot for all of our most up-to-date cup news and our funny moments, because we are some funny bitches. And while you're in the description, you could go follow the 3 of us on Twitter, as well as get your cup merch, including but not limited to cup mug. Woo!
Or on Instagram.
On Instagram.
Cheers!
Cheers.
Bye now.
Bye.
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 Bye.